The news continues live on SNN, the Suncoast News Network, your local news leader.
Hello again, everyone. I'm Eric Wilson, filling in for Don Brennan. Thank you for joining us here on the SNN Evening Edition. Now, a quick look at our Weather Authority forecast with Chief Meteorologist Justin Mosley.
All right, thank you there, Eric. Holding down the fort on the desk for Don, and we've got nice weather across the state of Florida. We are living up to our name with readings in the 80s right now, 81 in Sarasota as well as Tampa, 82 in Orlando. That's down from 90 degrees earlier today there in Orange County. So it was roasting there on the I-4 corridor. 85 in Gainesville, Tallahassee at 84, and Vero Beach there in Indian River County along the Treasure Coast at 79 with Dew Point and Epic Checkpoint pretty much in the upper 60s to right around 70. Gainesville a little drier there at 57 degrees right now. Lots of sunshine, a few scattered clouds and a few pop-up showers to our north. But looking at the computer models, fog in the morning that'll mix out left for the beautiful afternoon, and then a weak front drops in from the north on a Wednesday. What that will do is give us a few extra clouds and eventually drop our humidity values on Thursday, so something to look forward to. Pleasant in the morning with fog around, but it'll be patchy in nature. Readings for the most part in the 60s. We'll come back and update your 7-day forecast. Just a few.
Thank you, Justin. Now, a huge addition is underway to the Sarasota Airport. This project is estimated to cost up to $100 million. A terminal expansion has been approved to go under construction in order to compensate for the rising number of flight passengers. Rick Piccolo, CEO, says they will hit 4.5 million passengers this year and that they have grown considerably.
Actually, COVID seemed to accelerate the growth of this community, and it certainly accelerated the growth of the airport. People were looking for places to go after the first few months of COVID where they could socially distance and go outdoors, and certainly there are beautiful beaches, lots of golf courses, boating, fishing, all that.
The finished project will give the airport 5 more gates and increased capacity. The terminal expansion will be constructed on the very east end. It will have its own security checkpoint and concession area. SRQ hopes the project will be completed by December of 2024. Now, parents of high school and middle school students, take note. You may not have to set your alarm so early to get up for school. A new Florida bill would delay middle school and high school start times. Florida lawmakers want to see kids starting school later in the day and give them more time to sleep in. The new bill says high schools can start before 8:30 a.m. and middle school students can start before 8 a.m. Lawmakers are concerned about sleep deprivation. The bill right now is being debated in committee. Now, red tide is affecting both marine life and people here on the Suncoast. Siesta Beach is seeing dead fish washed ashore. When red tide travels inshore, the most common symptoms people are experiencing are itchy throat and coughing, especially for those with underlying lung diseases. Swimmers may experience skin or even eye irritation. Sarasota's Bayfront Park is seeing large amounts of red tide as well. And as spring break approaches for schools around the country, this is affecting businesses for many cruises and boat tours.
This time of the year is probably the worst time to get it, having it being right at the height of season. People are canceling, so our number of passengers has gone down dramatically. We've cut back on the number of cruises that we're doing. As soon as we're underway, you can hear the people coughing. And most people go, wow, we didn't really realize it was that bad.
Now, most blooms last 3 to 5 months. However, they can continue for up to 18 months. Sarasota Bay has steadily been losing seagrass. Seagrass acreage in Sarasota Bay dropped by 26% from 2016 to 2022, according to the head of the Bay's Estuary Preservation Program. According to the Herald Tribune, this new information comes from aerial maps using the Southwest Florida Management District made of the Bay's seagrass meadows. The Sarasota Bay Estuary Program is able to learn about the health of the bay by tracking these plants. When water quality is poor, seagrasses die. Manatees, which rely on that vegetation for food, well, they starve. Dave Tomasco, the program's director, said the devastating red tide outbreak between 2017 and 2019 and the Piney Point disaster both contributed to the decline in seagrass since 2016. He says this is a wake-up call and that we need to do a better job of dealing with our wastewater, our storm water, and take better care of our shorelines and our mangroves. Now, one of the largest affordable housing projects broke ground in Bradenton today. Developer Lincoln Avenue Capital closed on the financing for construction of the 301 Flats and the Savoy 301 in February. Now, both will be reserved for those earning 60% of the median income, and the Savoy will reserve for those at least 62 years or older. Now, this project could not come at a better time. A report by real estate data company Stessa founded the Sarasota-Bradenton metro area is the 14th most expensive for a mid-sized population in the country.
District 2 is one of the underserved areas of Manatee County. It's really centrally located, but we suffer from a huge lack of affordable housing. And so to have the opportunity to welcome 570 units of dedicated affordable housing is a really great opportunity.
The first phase of this project is expected to be complete in 2024. The second phase will wrap up by the end of 2025. American Society of Plastic Surgeons shows there is an increase in the number of people getting plastic surgery. SNN's Christy Sultan tells us why.
A new face, a new body, a new you. The number of plastic surgery procedures is increasing nationwide, and the Suncoast is no exception.
Plastic surgery numbers increased both for body cosmetic surgery like tummy tucks and breast augmentation, and also we're seeing more facelifts and eyelid surgery.
The Sarasota Plastic Surgery Center has seen an increase in their business from an unexpected demographic.
I would say that there are a lot of younger patients that are coming in nowadays. Years ago, plastic surgery used to be for rich and famous people or older patients, and nowadays we're really seeing that the demand for plastic surgery for younger patients has really increased.
Part of the increase is due to plastic surgery becoming more socially acceptable because of social media.
Everybody is posting their experiences, so people really have a better idea of what is involved, and so the patients come in a lot more educated, and they're coming as consumers instead of patients.
In Sarasota, Christy Sultan, SNN, the Suncoast News Network.
Now, plastic surgery is expected to continue to increase. Well, the Firestone Grand Prix of St. Pete returned this weekend. Fans of the sport showed up to watch their favorite Indy NXT car driver race 100 laps through the streets of downtown St. Pete. Those attending also had the chance to interact with the drivers and pit crew and get an inside look at what it takes to build, craft, and race these incredible vehicles. Now, partners like BitNile.com say having the ability to interact with fans brings great energy and excitement. The Pooch Parade fashion show featured over 40 furry friends walking the runway with their escorts at the Sarasota Yacht Club this weekend. The show was sponsored by the club's youth leadership program, Yacht Squad. 100% of the proceeds earned went to Southeastern guide dogs. Dogs of all sizes dressed up in costumes and participated in the show. One of the main goals of the event was to teach the children in the club the importance of philanthropy.
And the special thing about this is that it's done entirely by the children of the club. They've raised tens of thousands of dollars over the years. It's their idea to put this on. They coordinate it all, they do all the administrative work of it, they collect the money, and then they pay the charity that they select, in this case the Southeast Guide Dogs.
Now, 30 children volunteered to help, and the event was perfect for all ages. Now, one small question has apparently plagued astronauts while they were on the moon. What time is it? The European Space Agency is hoping to answer that question by possibly giving the moon its own time zone. The ESA says a joint international effort is being launched to come up with a lunar reference time. They say timing is crucial when it comes to navigation, which is an important part of space travel. The ESA points to dozens of moon missions planned for the coming decade and notes some of them will not only be on or around the moon at the same time, the missions will also need to interact as well. Space agencies agreed to look into the issue during a meeting held late last year. Now, still ahead on the SNN Evening Edition, the latest on the Alex Murdaugh murders. You are watching SNN, the Suncoast News Network. We'll be right back.